Hi, grade 5 and 6, and welcome to English of Tuesday, week 5. The learning intention for today is to understand how to compare and contrast two texts. And to be successful, you must be able to identify the meaning of compare and contrast and read a text and comprehend the characters, setting, and events. Compare and contrast ideas are for tomorrow. So you guys have actually done a little bit of work in class about comparing and contrasting two different things. Here we have a Venn diagram. So I have decided to compare and contrast cats and dogs. So on the cat side, cats are usually independent, they use a litter box, they come to you when they feel like it, and they make a meow sound. Dogs, on the other hand, can be very needy. They can also be trainable, so you can train them to do tricks, to sit, to roll over. They come to you when they are called, and they bark or woof. So the similarities between them is that they both have four legs. In most cases, both have fur, both can jump, both need love, and both have tails. Today I will be reading you Cinder Sam Becomes a King. Once upon a time, there was a farmer who had 3 sons. The older boys were tall and handsome, but proud and boastful. They thought they were better than anyone else. The young boy was very small, but kind and gentle. If the calves were sick, Sam would sit beside them until they became well again. When a farmer needed some help, Sam always offered. When little children fell over, Sam helped them get up onto their feet again. Whenever the 2 older brothers went out, they made Sam sit in the cinders. "That's where you belong," they said rudely. One day, they heard that the king had died suddenly, and that a new king was to be chosen. All the people had to meet in the royal park that evening at sunset. The 2 proud brothers were dressed up in their best clothes. "We are heroes," they boasted. "One of us is sure to be king." Cinder Sam wanted to go with them, but they laughed at him. "Don't be silly, you could never be king. Just you stay at home among the cinders." Cinder Sam decided to follow his brothers. He kept a long way behind, and when he reached the royal park, he was so shy that he crept to the pigsties, hoping that no one would see him. All the musicians began to blow their trumpets. The new king is to be chosen. They placed the crown on a little mound of grass, and all the bells in the palace began to ring. Suddenly, the crown rose up in the air and drifted over the heads of the people until it came to the pigsties. Then it dropped out of sight. Everyone rushed to the pigsty where Sam was hiding, and there they saw him with the crown on his head. "Our new king! Let us raise our glasses for our new king," they cried. Sam was carried in triumph to the palace, but his 2 older brothers crept home in disgrace. For it is not important how strong or good-looking you are, but how good and kind-hearted you are. So you guys have been given a task today, which is to complete the sentences below using information from the text. Number 1, how was the young boy described in text 1? Number 2, what key events told you that the young boy Cinder Sam was a good choice for king? Number 3, list descriptive noun groups and verb groups that were used in the text in the table below. So if you've forgotten what a noun group or a verb group is, you can go back to the videos from last week, and they will show you what noun groups and verb groups consist of. The next part is to use the table to identify characters, setting, and event in text 1. So it says, tomorrow, when you read text 2, you will need to complete a table that shows the similarities and differences. Use the descriptive language from the text, including noun groups and verb groups, to show characters and setting. So for Cinder Sam, who were the main characters? What was the setting? And what were the main events? If you finish this task and you want to extend yourself, you can attempt the extension question, which says, write a response to the following questions. Did you think this story was effective? Did the author use entertaining characters, settings, and events? Did the author use interesting vocabulary? Thank you very much, guys.